Leading the charge, Tyler Ball comes off the pack. Also in on the play, Carter Davis. So they'll give Parrish 2 yards to the 40-yard line. The middle of that Eagle line this time with a good push. Herrick, Wood, and Elordi, the 3 down linemen. Herrick on the near side. Now they bring a couple linebackers up to pressure. And Whitmer pitches it back. And tripping him up on the play is Gage Jones as Jackson Riddle, the sophomore, looked like he was going to turn the corner. And Gage Jones, with 94 tackles coming in, caught him by the heels and upended him at the 43 for a 3-yard pickup when it looked like Riddle may have had a lane for more. So now that brings up a big 3rd down with 1:35 to go here in the first quarter. And a 3rd down and about 5 yards for the Highland Rams, who take a long time in the huddle. Check the back judge. He'll start putting his hand in the air when they get down to 5 seconds on the play clock. And he is just signaling that there as Whitmer guns a pass over the middle. It's incomplete, intended for Barella. And we will see Mr. Hershey back on for a punt. So after that initial drive, Eagle has stymied Highland on consecutive drives. And Duarte, who we've already seen his acceleration tonight.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay away from Duarte if I'm Hershey. I mean, you could always just kick it over him like he does with everything else. But
Hershey at his 30-yard line, boots it from about the 34-yard line. Duarte calls the fair catch and makes it at about the 11-yard line. With 1:06 to go in the first quarter, Eagle regains possession, and they will mark it down at the, waiting for the officials to place the ball. They put it down at about the 12-yard line, I believe. Oh, maybe about the 14. First down. Hull with the carry, and he is met by a host of Rams, including Lucas Barker, the free safety. Mark him at the 17 for a 3-yard gain. Second down. And 6. This is Hull again. Hit and dropped. In on the stop there, Mason Fulmer and Cody Colvin from their linebacker spots to the 19-yard line. I'm going to give him 1-yard line, so it's 3rd and 4. And that ends the first quarter here at Eagle High School. 7-all, Eagle and Highland in a fast-paced first quarter. Timeout on the field. We're back with second quarter action after this on the NFHS Network. 4-yard touchdown. Here's the 3rd down play. Benson still looking. Benson still rolling right. And that one is going to be caught. Or was it incomplete? It looks like they rule him incomplete.
Yeah, I thought it looked incomplete from up here.
But the way the crowd was reacting,
I know, yeah,
thought it was complete. So it'll be 4th down and Cutler into punt. Correction. That is Gage Jones on to punt. Low line drive. Barella says get away from it. And Highland will have the ball near midfield as that one rolls out of bounds. And the Rams take over in good field position with 1st and 10 at their 48. Good field position to work with. They went 4 and out in the last drive. But now at the 48-yard line, here's Jack Whitmer. Has Parrish in the backfield with him. Hands the ball to Parrish. Parrish with a big hole, and he's finally hit down hard by Gage Jones, but not before he gets a first down to the Eagle 40, and Jones just lowered the shoulder and drove it into Eli Parrish. Parrish held on, but he picks up 12 yards to the Eagle 40-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Whitmer held that ball in Parrish's gut for as long as he could. Then he let go, and the defense didn't quite know who had the ball. Parrish picked up the 12 yards, but paid the price. Play action over the middle, wide open, and that's going to be a touchdown. Barella all alone for the score.
Wow, obviously a secondary breakdown right there. Good job from Whitmer, seeing the open receiver, hitting him quickly, and Highland again back on top.
Whitmer's 2nd touchdown of the game, and that's Barella's 6th receiving touchdown. And somebody blew a coverage. You're right, Clint, because there was nobody within 15 yards of Ramon Barella, and that was the easiest touchdown he's ever going to score. And now here's the extra point attempt by Hershey, and the snap is bad. Hershey picks it up. Hershey is going to be dragged down, finally pushed out of bounds, and it's 13-7. Timeout on the field on the NFHS network. The Highland Rams
Each team taking advantage of some coverage issues, but yeah, you usually don't see two things that we just saw. One, Gage Jones missing out of the safety position. He must have been up blitzing, and two, you usually don't see a missed extra point no matter what the reason is for Highland and Hershey.
Back deep for Mustangs as that one into the end zone, and Duarte will not run it out. Duarte and the other receiver kind of bunched up next to each other, then split as the ball was being kicked, because you know they're trying to kick the ball away from Duarte. But it does go through the end zone. So with 11:06 to go in the first half, Eagle has the ball at their 20-yard line. And we will see Jack Benson back on the field. He has Hull in the backfield with him. Brandon Reese, the backup quarterback, also on the field, lines up as an H-back. And Hull over the left side, and he is hit and dropped. I don't know if he got back to the original line of scrimmage. A whole host of Highland defenders there to make the stop, including Freddie Williams, the 6'4", 328-pound junior. And they're going to call no gain to the 20. It's a lot of Freddie Williams there to make that stop. We'll check scores for you at halftime of the other semifinal. Rigby playing not too far from here against the Meridian Warriors as Benson drops, throws to the right side, and that's overthrown. And then a late flag comes in. That one was intended for Donovan Jones, the tight end, and it looked like he was hooked and held by a Highland defender. But will they rule the pass uncatchable? And the answer to that is no.
On the defense, 15-yard penalty result, first down.
That moves the ball to the 35-yard line, and a big break for Eagle because they were looking at a 3rd and 10 on their 20. Instead, the pass was high, but the defender, as I saw the play and was surprised the flag wasn't thrown right away, the defender did have his arms around Donovan Jones, the tight end. And that 15 yards moves the ball to a 1st and 10 as now Whitmer under center. Hands the ball to their backup quarterback, Brandon Reese, with the ball carry. 6'3" senior quarterback, but he gets the handoff in the carry, takes it across the 38-yard line for 3 yards, 2nd down. Surprised to see Reese in there, but that also sets up a trick play potential where Reese could get a handoff on an end around and throw the ball because he is their number 2 quarterback. Empty backfield for Benson. Quick pass to Duarte. Duarte sheds 1 tackle before he's brought down at the 42-yard line. Fulmer and Drew Roberts from his defensive line position make the play at the 42. Brings up 3rd down and about 3 for this Eagle offense. Clock running, 9:25 to go, first half. 13-7 in favor of Highland. And stops short of the 1st down. And then a late flag comes in as Hull is pulled down at the 40 or at the 44-yard line. But now let's check the flag, and that's either a hold or a face mask in that territory. And we'll listen to what our official has to say. So they get the run to the 44, and then the penalty takes it to the 49. It's a 5-yard variety, but another 1st down by penalty on this drive.
Yeah, 2 big defensive mistakes by Highland. Something you really don't see very often. The Highland team is very, very well coached. Usually there's not a lot of extracurricular activities. They just go about their business.
Hull stood up before he gets to midfield. Again on the stop, Fulmer. And that one takes it up to the 49 for no gain. They rule he was stopped at the line of scrimmage. Thought maybe they'd give him a half a yard, but not the case. You can see why Fulmer came into the game with 83 tackles. He is everywhere. But you look at the defensive, he's got 83 tackles. Colvin with 83 tackles. George with 81 tackles. They are very active from that linebacker core. 2nd and 10. Duarte in motion. Fake to Duarte. And finally, the screen pass to Jones, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, so it's 3rd and 10. There's a lot of stuff going on in that play. They didn't get anything.
Yeah, honestly, the best play of that play right there was actually Hull, because it looked like the play was designed to him. It was a fake to Duarte and then get him out in the flat. And as soon as the quarterback, Benson, looks over at him, he started putting his arms up like this, like, don't pass it, don't pass it. And he was correct. And that could have led to a big turnover, at least a bigger loss. So nice job on Hull understanding what was going on.
3rd and 10. Here's the blitz. Benson steps up. Benson looks right. Benson throws wide open. He's got a man. And a big gain for the Mustangs. Makeo Snedden, the sophomore wide receiver, somehow left wide open for a big gain down to the 10-yard line, but there's a flag on the play. Well, that brings back a 41-yard pitch and catch to Snedden, who was wide open. And the Eagle fans do not appreciate that call. They will mark the ball back at the 39-yard line. And that brings up 3rd and 20 for the Eagle Mustangs. And you know that the Highland defense is going to look out for number 1, who's slotted here on the near side. Benson back. Lost it to the near side. and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adam Jones, his second of the season, and he is bumped out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
Wow, what a turn of events. We go from first and goal at the 10-yard line for Eagle, negated by a penalty, to first and 10 at the 18 for Highland. Unbelievable turn of events, and these are the kind of things, especially early in the game, that is going to put you way behind. And Eagles made a couple mistakes here, and Highland is absolutely capitalized.
But a penalty on the play. Post-possession. Well, Highland, as you said, being a very disciplined bunch, but that penalty cost them 15 yards. They will retain possession, but they start at the Eagle 33-yard line as opposed to the 18-yard line. So not a smart play on an unsportsmanlike conduct. I think it was after the interception, a little exuberant celebration, and the officials flagged them for 15, but still good field position for the Rams. 6:54 to go in the half and a 6-point lead.
Now that taunting stuff is not being tolerated in any level now.
Whitmer carries it himself. Whitmer pushes the pile over to the 25-yard line. Maybe the 26 is where they mark it, but there's also another flag on the play.
This is just incredibly uncharacteristic of this Highland team. So well coached, very few mistakes they make, and this is now the third penalty we've seen, and it has negated two big gains, one big gain, and then also given Eagle 2 first downs, and just not something you see very often. And thankfully they're still in field goal range with Hershey, but just not something we see very often.
First down at the 41. They have to get to the 28-yard line. So first and 18 at the 41. 5 receivers in the pattern. Empty backfield for Whitmer. Gets the snap. He will run over the left side. And Whitmer spun down at the 34-yard line. Coming off the pile after making that stop is Tyler Ball. Came in the game with 92 tackles and 5 sacks for the senior. The run is to the 35 for only a 6-yard gain. So it's second down and 12, under 6 minutes to go. Here at a rowdy Eagle High School on a Friday night. Beautiful weather for high school football. Thanks for joining us for this 5A state semifinal matchup. Whitmer sends 5 in the pattern again. Gets the snap, rolls left, looks left. Now he throws, caught. I think that's Barella. No, that is... Well, that's not Adam Jones. Maybe it's Schumann, number 5. 5 and 6 looked a little hard to read, but it looks like it's Schumann down to the 26-yard line for a 9-yard gain. That sets up a manageable third down and about 3 long 3, short 4.
I think you were right the first time, actually. I think that was Barella. I am not 100% sure, but yeah, close.
Barella wears 3, Schumann wears 5, and the number looked like a 6. That's Barella in motion. And they pitch to Schumann. Schumann on the inside did not fool the Eagle defense and Tyler Ball. Ball wraps him up at the 25-yard line for a 1-yard gain, and now here comes that man again, Ian Hershey, I would assume, to try a 43-yard field goal approximately. Fourth down is the play, and they keep the offense on the field. So Whitmer, when you have the best kicker in the state, you leave him on the sideline on fourth down and about 2. Whitmer pitches for the first down run. That one again by Jackson Riddle. Riddle down to the 17-yard line. That's why I'm not coaching. 8-yard gain and a first down. Riddle Right place, right time. Whitmer did a nice job to wait for the defense to come to him. Then he pitched the ball back, and it's 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line of Eagle. Rams with the ball already leading 13-7. Barella in motion, right to left. Inside handoff. And still fighting for yardage is Riddle, listed as a sophomore wide receiver, but he's lining up in the backfield, taking some good hits, but keeps the legs driving inside the 15 to the 14 for a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, really impressive run there. As you said, undersized, but don't tell him that. He just kept those legs churning, kept his balance, and got at least a decent gain on 1st down.
Riddle's carried the ball the last couple times. Now I see Parrish back out on the field, and we have a whistle and a timeout on the field taken by the Highland Rams. Breaking the action. 13-7 Highland. Timeout on the NFHS network. Caught wide open. Barella in for the second touchdown of the night. Barella caught that one at about the 3 and then curled into the end zone for the touchdown.
Wow, great job again by Highland taking advantage of the mistakes. And really that's been the difference because both teams have had so many of them for being in the first half. And Highland, even after pushing themselves way back on a 1st and 18, chip away, and find themselves in the end zone again. Great first half so far by the Highland Rams. They've got to be very excited.
Hershey on for the extra point. Good snap this time. Kick on the way, and that one wound up in star. Timeout on the field, 19-7 in favor of Highland. Timeout on the NFHS network. And this kick will be a touchback as Hershey kicks that one past Eli Anderton and Duarte. Highland goes 33 yards in 6 plays after the interception by Adam Jones. Took him 3 minutes and 59 seconds. Barella's second touchdown reception of the game. 3rd touchdown strike by Whitmer, giving him 17 on the year. And with 2:55 to go, Eagle has the ball back on their 20-yard line. 1st down run by Hull to the near side, cuts it up and gets good yardage, but a flag is on the play at about the 22-yard line, so hold everything. We'll check the flag. And I think it's going to be a hold against the Mustangs.
If I'm not mistaken, Whitmer has thrown 3 passes and he has 3 touchdowns. I cannot.
No, he did throw a short one to Barella earlier. Remember, we weren't sure if it was Barella or.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, yeah. So
he's maybe 3 of his 4. That's a pretty high percentage.
Yeah.
The penalty pushes the Mustangs back to the 12-yard line. So it turns out to be an 8-yard penalty. 1st and 18 at the 12, and not what you need, down by a big score on the right side. This is Duarte. Duarte in the open field. Duarte to the 40, to the 45, to the 50. One man to beat. He does. He may go to the 35, the 30, the 25, 20. Finally pushed out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. Duarte with the huge run from his own 12-yard line.
My goodness, Duarte is absolutely dominating. He's single-handedly keeping Eagle in this ball game right now and giving them a chance to get some points on the board here.
"65 yards to the Highland 18-yard line. 1st down play. And a run by Benson, the quarterback. That you see Ian Duarte in the open field. First and goal at the 6 after that 12-yard pickup. And just like that, Highland knocking on the door, down 13 with 1:54 to go in the half. Duarte with the huge run.
Yeah, this was a crucial drive from Eagle. All the momentum on the Highland side of the field. For them to get this, they got to cap this off. But for them to get these points here would be huge.
Drew Hymas in the backfield. But Benson carries it himself. Excuse me, that is Hymas with the run. Down to maybe the 2. Where do they spot it? At the 1. Hymas to the 1. 5-yard pickup.
I mean, Eagle can't be in a huge hurry at this point. You want to milk that clock all the way down to 0. You can.
Hymas will take the direct snap. Hands the ball off to Hull. Hull into the end zone for the touchdown. Correction, that was Brandon Reese who was in at quarterback. Ran the first one down to the 1, handed the ball off to Hull for the touchdown.
Yeah, what a gigantic drive by the Eagle Mustangs right there.
Cutler on the way with the extra points is good. Timeout on the field with the score 20-14 Highland. 57 seconds to go in the half. Timeout on the NFHS network. Will they just try to run out the clock? Whitmer dances in the backfield, makes a cut. Now he's hit and dropped at about the 21-yard line. Danced around for about a 6-yard gain. Officially an 80-yard drive, but really they started at their 12, so it would have been 88 yards after the penalty. But it does go officially as an 80-yard drive because that was where the series started. But they were back on their 12 before the huge run by Duarte. Now a run over the left side for a first down for the Rams, and now finally pushed backwards is Parrish. They will mark his forward progress at the 29-yard line.
Let's see if Highland runs even another play.
13 seconds ago. Clock stopped after the play out of bounds and the first down. See if Whitmer just wants to chuck it deep and try and get a defensive penalty and get into field goal. Actually, no, it would only be 15 yards, not spot of the foul. So that theory goes out the window. Parrish behind Whitmer, who hands the ball to Eli over the left side. Still churning, and he gets a first down at the 40-yard line. 11-yard pickup. Clock stops momentarily with 7 seconds to go. They'll reset the chains unless Highland wants to take a timeout to get an extra play in, and it looks like they will. So a timeout taken by the Rams, their second. The Idaho Office of Highway Safety is excited to launch Leighton Vander Esch's Rules to Live By and remind all Idahoans that seatbelts do save lives, and they could even save yours. Learn more at shift-idaho.org/Buckle Up Idaho. Whether you're a parent, coach, or student athlete, knowing more about good nutrition can lead to success on the field and in the classroom. Dairy West and the United Dairymen of Idaho are proud to sponsor the IHSAA state tournaments, and as a credible source of nutrition information, we hope all students succeed in the classroom and other activities and athletics. Find out more at dairywest.com and follow us at Idaho Dairy. It's a 70-yard run by Duarte. First down play, Whitmer has time, now he's chased. And that one is incomplete with 1 second left. Second down and 10, and now you would think Whitmer would just fall on the ball and they would take the 6-point advantage to the halftime locker room. Eagle will get the ball to start the second half. Huge play by Duarte on the 70-yard run that got them close, and Hull took it over a couple plays later for the touchdown. Whitmer hands to Parrish, and Eli over the left side steps out of bounds, and that'll complete the first half of play. Score at halftime here at Eagle High School. It's the Highland Rams leading the Eagle Mustangs 20-14. Halftime activities coming up next after this timeout on the NFHS Network. On their 20-yard line to start the second half. Their field position tonight has been nothing to write home about. You look at their drives, Eagle has started at their 20, their 20, their 13, their 20, and their 20. So I'm sensing a pattern. Eagle having not advantageous field position, but down only 6. As Benson lines up with Hull in the backfield, hands the ball off. No, he keeps it, and then he bounces it on the turf to Duarte under the pressure there of the Rams, and I get a number on that. It looks like the pressure was by Cody Colvin, he of the 10 sacks coming in. They tried the screen pass over to Duarte, trying to get him the ball in space, but under pressure, Benson could only throw the ball into the turf at Duarte's feet. So it's second down and 10, and if that's the play you draw up coming out of the halftime locker room, you want it to succeed a little bit more than that play did.
Yeah, you want it to go 70 yards like the average Duarte play goes.
On the play action pass, that one over the middle intended for Duarte was behind him and incomplete. So 2 incomplete passes right out of the locker room sets up a 3rd and 10 for Benson, who comes over to the sidelines to talk things over with his offensive coordinator, James Clough.
I do like that they're trying to get the ball to Duarte a little bit more here in the second half. He only touched the ball, I believe, 3 times in that first half, and 2 of them went for over 50 yards. So,
70 and 74 to be exact.
Yeah.
And the pass that was intercepted was to Duarte, but was overthrown. Here's the 3rd down play. Benson lofts it deep. He's got Duarte, and it's off his hands, incomplete at the 45-yard line. Back defensively for the Rams was Adam Jones, who picked one off earlier, and that was just a fly pattern to Duarte using his speed. Benson got it there, but Duarte couldn't bring it in, and it's 3 and out with 3 straight incompletions, and that brings up a 4th down. And now back to punt is Donovan Jones, the tight end. They've used Gage Jones and Donovan Jones as punters, it looks like. This is Gage Jones. Barella back to receive. Low kick. Barella makes the catch and drops to his knees at the Highland 48-yard line. So good field position for the Highland Rams, leading by 6. And they will start with 11:43 to go. So that was a quick 3 and out at the 48-yard line is where Highland starts 1st and 10.
Yeah, very dangerous time here for the Eagle Mustangs. They have got to come up with a stop here.
Parrish tries the left side, gets a block, then he's hit and dropped. First one there for Eagle is Tristan Walker. I'm looking for a flag because I thought I saw a hold behind the play. It wasn't detected by the officials. A 1-yard pickup somehow by Parrish as Walker came up from his strong safety position and really put a good hit on him for a 1-yard gain. 2nd down and 9. They send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Now Barella in motion. And Parrish over that left side again, puts the head down and charges across midfield to the Eagle 44-yard line. Seeing a couple times a number 6 for Highland, who on my roster is shown as the cornerback Adam Jones, but they've got him playing offense, it looks like. But here's a third down and about 2 for the Rams. Whitmer to keep. Whitmer is shy of the first down by a couple of inches. So it'll be fourth down at the 43-yard line. And you would have to think that Highland will go for it here, needing literally inches. Not even maybe the width of a football.
Yeah, with the way your defense has been playing, it'd be, minus the 270-yard plays by Duarte, you definitely go for this.
Ian Allen, Mason Summerall, Peyton Harding, Gavin Butler, and Kyler Williams, the offensive line. Whitmer out of the shotgun. Will pitch, and it's a first down run for Jackson Riddle to the 36-yard line. Riddle picks up the first down, and in 99% of the times the quarterback gets the ball and just follows his center up the middle. A little dangerous when you have to try to pitch the ball, and they made it correct that time. That's the second time that Riddle has carried the ball on a pitch on a fourth down and converted the first down. Keeps the drive alive at the 36-yard line.
That's exactly what I was going to say. They ran the exact same play, and it worked exactly the same way.
Set up the screen pass to the far side, and that's pulled in by Ezra Godfrey, the 5'11 junior with 21 catches coming into the game. He gets about 4 yards to the 32-yard line. I think that play was designed to go a lot farther, but good defense by the Eagle Mustangs to ward off the block of the receiver on the left side.
Mustangs defense has got to do something right now. They've got to stop this momentum. Highland, dangerous times right now.
Pump fake by Whitmer, throws to the left side, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Gage Jones, his 4th interception of the season. Had a receiver on the left side, but Jones, playing center field, came over, and that's the turnover that you said they needed.
Is that called the announcer's jinx right there? That is unbelievable. And, of course, who do they look for? They look for Jones. Gage Jones making big plays for this Eagle defense all year long, and he does it again here in the semifinals. Huge turnover for the Mustangs.
1st and 10 at the 15. And nowhere to go for Hull. He was hit immediately by Sloan Lamson. They'll give him forward progress, as it were, to about the 10-yard line, but a huge play. Lamson just busted through unblocked and blew that play up. Wound up tackling Hull back at about the 5, but they marked the play dead at the 10-yard line, and it's 2nd and 15 for the Mustangs.
There had to be a miscommunication on the offensive line.
I would say
somewhere.
so.
Yeah. I mean, you don't just miss a block that badly without some sort of audible or miscommunication.
Pass over the middle, off the hands. It was behind Duarte. That's at least 3 times tonight that Benson has tried to get the ball into Ian Duarte and has thrown behind him. And Duarte just able to get a hand on it. And luckily for Eagle, there was no defender nearby because Duarte popped that ball kind of up in the air, and a defender in the neighborhood might have been able to pick that one off and go all the way. Instead, it's 3rd and 15, and Eagle in their second offensive possession of the second half has a total of 5 plays for minus 5 yards. The pass over the middle. That time Duarte's got it. Duarte puts on the Jets. Duarte to the 40. He's going to go all the way. No, Nobody's going to catch Ian Duarte. 90-yard touchdown, Eagle.
Wow, Duarte.
Went back to the same play they ran a moment ago, but this time Benson did not throw behind him. And we are tied at 20. And it's the Ian Duarte show, and we're just all happy to be part of it.
Right.
Duarte with a 74-yard touchdown reception, a 70-yard run, and now a 90-yard touchdown. And the extra point to give the Mustangs their first lead of the game. Cutler's kick, line drive is good. Timeout on the field. 7:23 to go. It's now 21-20 in favor of Eagle. Timeout on the NFHS network. Pass to Duarte. The same play they tried a moment ago. This time the pass was on target, and Duarte turned on the Jets. Now the kick is a line drive into the end zone for the touchback. And Highland now facing a deficit for the first time tonight. Should not faze the Rams. They were down 21-3 with 8.5 minutes to go in the third quarter last week in their quarterfinal matchup against Rocky Mountain. Wound up winning it 22-21. But the momentum clearly on the side of the home team as Highland starts at their 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for Jack Whitmer. 3 electrifying plays by Ian Duarte has figured large in this scoring. Pass to the near side. That's caught by Parrish. Spins out of the backfield and brings it up to about the 27 or 28-yard line for a good first down gain of about 8.
Yeah, but as you talked about it, Mark, I mean, again, just constant momentum shifts in this game. It doesn't seem like anybody can really keep the momentum. Just as it looked like Highland was going to come down and put this game to a 2-touchdown lead, an interception, and 3 plays later, Eagles on top by 1. Unbelievable job by Duarte.
Pitch out to the left side. They set up the screen for Barella. That is Jackson Schumann, and he is stopped at the 29 for only a 1-yard gain. And so now a 3rd down and 1, a little less than 1 for the Highland Rams. They now trail 21-20 with 6.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 3rd down play. And the running play for the first down. Yet again, Jackson Riddle with the carry. He seems to be their 3rd down back. And Riddle gets the first down across the 35-yard line. They mark it at the 36 for a 7-yard pickup. And it's 1st and 10 for the Rams. Highland trailing now by 1. Whitmer, rush, throws on the little screen pass. And that's caught out there by Jackson Riddle. And Riddle picks up good yardage to about the 43-yard line. So it's 2nd down and maybe 3, 2.5. They're going to mark it at the 43-yard line. So 2nd down and 3 for this Highland offense. Not panicking, down by 1 score, or 1 point rather. 21-20, the difference, a bad snap on an extra point. Whitmer spins, gets away from a tackler, and gets the first down. He should have been stopped in the backfield, but he spun out of the grasp of, I believe, I'll have to check to see who may have tried to wrap him up. It looked like it may have been linebacker Kelton Kemp was in there quickly, but Whitmer was able to slither out of it and get to midfield for a 7-yard pickup and a first down.
And don't be fooled by Whitmer's smaller frame. He can finish those runs, as we just saw him run over an Eagle defender, and he'll get underneath those pads.
He drops back to throw, kicks it out to Schumann, and he's got a first down At the Eagle 36-yard line, Jackson Schumann, 276 yards receiving coming into tonight's game. To the Eagle 36 for another 14 yards. Yeah, Whitmer comes in at 6 feet, 175 pounds. But he is their all-purpose total yardage guy, a 2,691. He's fourth in the state in passing coming into tonight's game. Benson is third in the state in passing. So two of the top quarterbacks in the state on display tonight. Whitmer delays, throws it over to Barella, and Barella is just wiped out at the 30-yard line or the 31. I didn't get the license number of that truck. It looks like making the stop for the Mustangs was Gage Jones. Had that interception earlier that led to a drive that slowed down a drive by the Rams and led to that long touchdown play for Eagle. So now it's second down play. This is Riddle again, picks his spot and is going to be just about a half a yard shy of the first down, out to the 27-yard line. So another big third down conversion attempt here for the Rams.
Yeah, and Gage Jones, I just want to get back to Gage Jones and how important he is for this Eagle Mustang defense. Again, coming up with a huge play, coming out of nowhere, swarming to the ball, preventing big plays down the field, making interceptions, doing it all for the Mustangs.
3rd and 1, big play here, but the Rams are in field goal range, but no need. Big hole. Jackson Riddle inside the 10, 1st and goal for the Rams. And Riddle, who did not carry the ball at all last week in the quarterfinal win against Rocky Mountain, has come out of nowhere, and he has got Highland knocking on the door. 1st and goal at the 7 after a 20-yard pickup.
Yeah, it's interesting because obviously Parrish is their go-to guy, but Riddle has seen the field quite a bit today and has made the best of his opportunities.
Riddle stays in the backfield. Fake to Riddle. Whitmer will keep it, and he is down at the inside the 5, and there's that man again with the stop. Gage Jones, 94 tackles, 3 interceptions coming in, and add a host of tackles and 1 more interception to that season tally. The carry is 2 yards to the 5. So Parrish not in the lineup. Now Parrish now back in the lineup, and Riddle will leave. Also coming in with Highland is Fisher Anderson, the senior tight end who caught the first touchdown of the game. He lines up to the left side. Parrish in the backfield. Bad snap. No, it's a trick play. And it was a snap to Parrish, and Parrish takes it down inside the 5. It looked like the way Whitmer was reacting to go to the ground like it was a bad snap, which is what they wanted the defense to think, but instead it was a direct snap to Parrish, and he carried it down to the 4-yard line, a gain of just 1. And it's 3rd down and goal from the 4.
I'm not so sure that was a bad snap and a really heads-up play by Parrish. I couldn't tell. But either way, great job.
Whitmer has time, throws in the corner of the end zone. Barella diving catch. Does he make it? No, they're saying out of bounds. One official pointed to the field like it was feet inbounds, but the other official in the back of the end zone said it was incomplete. And it's 4th and goal at the 4, and now we will see Hershey in to try to break the tie with a chip shot field goal. We saw him practicing 50, 52 yards in pregame warm-ups, and so he will put this ball down at the 11, so it's a 21-yard field goal attempt out of Whitmer's hold. Snap is clean, and the kick is true. Timeout on the field. It's now 23-21. Highland timeout on the NFHS network. This one is deep, and it will not be returned. So with 47 seconds to go in the third quarter, Eagle starts at their 20-yard line. As Highland now has regained the lead. First down play for Benson. Hull up the middle. Hull with a big hole, and Hull across the 35-yard line.
My goodness. Gosh, we just have not seen this out of the Highland defense all year long. Just huge holes for this Eagle team and allowing huge plays. It's been a really impressive offensive game plan and scheme for the Mustangs.
It looks like Hull is injured, so we will check that after the 17-yard run. Hull is down, and that would be a huge blow for this Eagle offense, which has already lost a ton of people this season, including their top runner, Deegan Martino. He is out. He had a 700-yard season before he got hurt, and now Hull with over 600 yards coming in, and he is down. Let's take a short timeout, and we'll be back to Eagle High School after this timeout on the NFHS Network. Rigby and Meridian tied at 22
Wow.
in the other state semifinal. So let's check to see who's in the backfield with Benson. Back to pass is Benson. He rolls left. Still looking, throws off Ian Duarte's hands, incomplete.
Ooh, that was dangerous right
That
there.
was a dangerous play. In the backfield is Brandon Reese, the backup quarterback, lined up as a running back. So both semifinal games extremely close. Meridian and Rigby tied at 22 in the third. And this one, a 2-point game as the clock has 20 seconds left in the third quarter. So you have to think that next week's championship game is going to be a doozy because these teams extremely closely matched. Here's the second down play. They hand the ball off. And Reese carries ahead across the 40-yard line.
Yeah, I said at the beginning of these playoffs that I really thought that all 8 teams had a legitimate shot at winning this state title, and it has proven so far. Incredible playoff games all year.
And that will be the final play of the third quarter as the big board hits double zeros and the officials blow the play dead. After 3 quarters of play, it's a good one. Highland leads Eagle 23-21. The fourth quarter of tonight's 5A semifinal comes your way next after this timeout on the NFHS Network. Rushed, Benson is going to be dropped. Putting the pressure on from the outside was Cody Colvin. He didn't get the sack, but he drove Benson in towards the middle of the line where plenty of white-clad Highland Rams were able to make the play. And that'll bring up a fourth down after the sack. Back at the 40-yard line. It's only lost a yard, but still a loss nonetheless. And now it's fourth down. And Barella standing back at his 24.5-yard line to accept the punt. Off the foot of Donovan Jones. Line drive, Barella chased backwards, and that's going to take a great bounce for Eagle. Can they catch up to it? Yes, they can. And this will pin Highland all the way back inside their 5. And that punt did not look pretty. A low line drive, but it had the momentum behind it. And Highland will start the fourth quarter deep in their territory after that punt.
That is unbelievable turn of events for the Mustangs on that punt. He little runner punt and is able to get the bounce. And exactly right. I was worried that they weren't going to be able to get to it because it was punted so it got so much momentum.
First and goal at the 4. Out of his end zone, Whitmer to run, has an opening up the middle. If he had taken it to the left, he had a bigger opening, but he gets a little breathing room up off the pile defensively is Brady Focht, but that run out to the 8-yard line, picked up 4. Second down for the Rams, who need to put together some first downs. Highland looking to get out of the shadow of their end zone, and Eagle looking for field position. Here's the pitch back to Parrish. Parrish gets a block. Parrish outside, and he is going to be about 2 yards shy of the first. He got the first down across the 15 to the 17-yard line. So it's first down, tackled there by Tristan Walker, but not before he got to the 17, almost the 18-yard line. Let's see where they officially call it. They officially rule it the 17. So it's a fresh set of downs for the Rams, who send 3 receivers to the right. And Riddle in the backfield as Whitmer rolls right. He tucks it. He will run, and he gets close to first down yardage over the right side. Finally brought down over there by Brock White, but not before a good gain, and it is going to be a first down run to the 28-yard line, a gain of 11. No, right now, this is what Highland wants. On the ground, work it out of your deep end of the field. 9:30 to go. They would like a long, sustained drive that ends in points. Pass to the near side to Schumann. Schumann had to go down to get it. Gets across the 30 to the 34-yard line. If that pass had not been low, Schumann might have been able to get some more yards out of it, but by having to drop down to get it, he allowed the defense to recover. The carry out to the 33-yard line for a 5-yard pickup, so that brings up second down, but a better thrown ball, and Schumann might have had some more yards.
Absolutely, and looked like he had a chance to really break that open with a better pass, but give a defense that much time.
They try it out to the near side to Barella. Barella with the first down across the 40 to the 43-yard line before he's chased out of bounds by Tyler Ball. And the line of scrimmage now the 43-yard line. 10-yard pickup there for the Rams, who are now getting 10, 11 yards a chunk, driving the ball efficiently. 8:45 to go, clock stopped. The Rams leading by 2. Would like this drive to end in points, preferably the touchdown variety. Field goal puts them up 5. It's still a 1-score game. Barella in motion. Handoff to Riddle. Riddle on the counter. Riddle at the midfield. Riddle tripped up as he crossed the 45-yard line.
Man.
Touchdown saving tackle made there by Gage Jones, as Riddle carried that one into the secondary. Finally tripped up at the Eagle 42-yard line. So that's a 15-yard run by Jackson Riddle, who's been a change of pace back for this Highland Ram offense.
Yeah, he has had huge touches for the Rams tonight.
Only a sophomore. Schumann in motion left to right. Pass over to Barella. He goes high to get it to the 40 and brought down near the 36-yard line. Thought the way that pass was thrown, it was going to be too high for Barella and in a danger zone on that little tunnel screen, but Barella climbed the ladder to get it. He's just 5'6", but he was able to get up there and get to the 36-yard line for a 6-yard pickup. Keeps the chains moving, keeps the clock rolling. 7:44, clock running. It's a 2-point lead for Highland, and they have the football. Schumann in motion. Back to pass Whitmer. Pass is tipped and incomplete. Tried to get it out to Fisher Anderson, his tight end, across the middle, and somebody on the inside of that Eagle line got a paw up there and knocked it away. So that brings up a big second down play. 2nd and 4 at the 36. Each team has all their full complement of timeouts left. Good crowd on the other side of the field. The Highland fans cheering their offense along. Third down play. This sideline marker was off. There's Barella. Barella wrapped up and dropped. Fourth down. Tyler Ball wraps him up on the screen. And now decision time for the Highland Rams. Line of scrimmage is the 35-yard line. It is fourth down and about 3. Do you bring in the best kicker in the state and try to put points on the board? If you miss it, it's only back to the 20, and it looks like that's what they're going to do. They're going to bring Ian Hershey out. He'll set this ball down at the 42-yard field goal. This to give the Rams a 5-point lead. The line of scrimmage is the 35. The ball to be placed at the 42. No wind for Mr. Hershey. 1 of 1 tonight. Good snap. The hold. The kick is on the way. And it is good. 26-21 in favor of Highland. Timeout on the field after that 42-yard field goal. Timeout on the NFHS network. 1 and 52. The ball was placed at the 42, and then you have to add that was 10 yards. So my mistake and my apologies to Ian Hershey, who's 2 for 2 tonight and has his team now up by 5.
You know, normally you get really excited about a 52-yard field goal, but when you're Hershey, that's just commonplace. So,
yeah,
3 50-yarders that we've seen in the 2 games in the playoffs, unbelievable.
61-yard, 10-play drive took 4 minutes and 32 seconds off the clock, and the Rams now have the 5-point lead as Eagle will start at their own 20-yard line. Down by 5, so a touchdown can win it, but this just means a field goal doesn't beat you. That's the first down play to the near side, and that is Duarte out of bounds on the near sideline, got to the 23-yard line. So you know that the offensive game plan right now for Eagle is find number 1. Mm-hmm. You also know the defensive strategy for Highland is find number 1.
And they're still not doing it, at least on one side of the ball.
But at least they kept Duarte to only 3 yards on that play.
Line, yeah.
He's lined up on the near side. Hull back in the game, gets the carry, and he is met and dropped by Colton George as he got to about the 25-yard line. Maybe they'll give him the 26, and they do, so it's third down now and 4. Highland looking for a stop as we approach 6 minutes left in this semifinal contest. And the Rams leading 26-21. They've scored 6 straight points on 2 Ian Hershey field goals from 21 and 52. Here's a third down play. Benson back, throws over the top left side, or the right side rather, and Duarte with the catch and the first down. Ian Duarte brought down immediately, but not before he picked up the first down yardage. They mark him at the 36-yard. Oh, a face mask. A 5-yard face mask is going to tack on some additional yardage. So they got 10 yards on that one, and then the penalty takes him to the 41-yard line, and that's not what you need if you're Highland, is a free 5 yards at any time of the game, but especially nursing a 5-point lead with 5 minutes and 40 seconds left in this Class 5A semifinal. First down run by Hull, and he is met in the middle and dropped. Yet again, Mason Fulmer from his inside linebacker position leading the way and making the stop. Also in on the tackle is Eli Anderton from his defensive line position. The carry out for no gain. 2nd down and 10. Clock rolls, 5:10 left in this one. Benson back, throws to the near side, and it's through the hands of the intended receiver, his tight end Damon Jones. Jones had a step, would have certainly had the first down, but that one goes right through his hands, and it brings up 3rd down and 10, and a big play here with 5:03 left in the contest.
Yeah, and you just don't see Jones missing those passes. That one hits him right in the hands, and he's one of Benson's favorite targets on all downs, but especially on 3rd down.
Second leading receiver in the state. Benson back over the middle, caught for the first down, and there's his buddy Donovan Jones for the big conversion to the Highland 46.
2 huge plays by 2 huge play makers in Duarte and Jones on 3rd down, and beautiful passes by Benson. Eagle in business, putting together a very fine drive here.
Under 4:50 to go. Eagle with a touchdown will take the lead. They have the ball at the 46-yard line of Highland. First down play. Hull cuts up the middle. Hull with a big hole. Hull to the 20. He may cut it back. He does. He's down to the 10, to the 9. But a flag is on the play at the 38-yard line. And this one is probably going to come back.
Ugh.
No, it's against the official pointed at Highland. Well, let's see now what this flag is. No, it is. Okay, he was wrong. The crowd erupted. The official pointed towards Highland, and that got everybody excited. Now let's get the call.
Number 62 in the
Well, they gave the number even. Sounded like he said 62. That's rare that they give the uniform number.
Yeah.
But that wipes out a huge run by Hull. It would have been 1st and goal inside the 10. Instead, the penalty is back to the 48-yard line. So it's only a 2-yard loss, but it's actually about a 50-yard loss. First down play. Hull again. Hull with a hole. Hull gets the first down to the 36-yard line.
Wow, Eagles momentum. They are just putting together such a good drive.
Yep.
And you can tell Hull is still favoring that ankle that he went out on, but gutting performance here from Hull.
They marked him a yard shy at the 37-yard line. 4 minutes left in this one. Eagle driving with the state championship berth on the line with this possession. Eagle scores. They would take the lead as we're under 4 minutes. And there's going to be a 5-yard penalty as somebody on Eagle leaning forward left early. I think it was...
Number 3 is
Oh, they're ruling it on Donovan Jones. The penalty pushes them back 5 yards to the 42-yard line. I saw somebody leaning. I couldn't tell if it was Fales or if it was Jones, but it was Fales, and it was Jones. And so with 3:37 to go, clock running, it's now 2nd down and 6. Benson hands the ball. Oh, no, he keeps it. Benson gets a block. Benson in the open field. Benson is going to take it in for the touchdown. The officials missed a blatant hold on that play as the defender for Highland, number 50, Cody Colvin, was bear hugged in the backfield. It wasn't spotted by the Zebras, and that will be a touchdown, a 42-yard run for Benson.
Wow. Incredible job there from Benson. What patient running there from Benson, allowing his blockers to get in place and making big moves to get into that end zone.
So now you'd have to think the Mustangs would go for 2 so a field goal doesn't tie it. They'll try the 2-point conversion. 3 receivers bunched to the near side. one to the left. Nobody in the backfield with Benson, who drops, throws, and it's incomplete. Timeout on the field, 3:18 left in this one. 1 point lead for the Mustangs. Timeout on the NFHS network. And Highland now is going to have to work some magic. They will start at their 7-yard line with 3:11 to go. 1st and 10 for the Rams. They need a field goal to win, and they have the best kicker in the state. Very similar to their last drive that started at their 4 and culminated in a 52-yard field goal. Pitch to Parrish. Parrish squirts through a block, then gets ahead to close to the 15-yard line for an 8-yard gain.
Got to think Highland's going to get into this hurry-up offense now.
I don't think they have a hurry-up offense. We see them huddle every time, and most teams, in certainly the 5A Southern Idaho Conference, go to the line and call the play at the line, but we've seen Highland, with 2:40 to go, break the huddle. Whitmer going to run. Whitmer over the right side, cuts it up. Whitmer with a first down, and he is pulled down at the 28-yard line. 13 yards for Jack Whitmer. And that temporarily stops the clock while they move the chains. Now it restarts with 2:25 to go. And realistically, 35 yards is what they need to get into field goal range. Here's a big hole. And a first down run for Jackson Riddle. Takes it to the 40-yard line. Riddle brings it out to the 40. Clock still running, 2:30 to go. Now you would have to say 25 yards because the last drive got to the 35 and he kicked a 52-yarder. You'd have to think that's about where they need to be. Now a whistle. And Eagle, I think, is going to take the timeout so their defense can gather around their defensive coordinator, Mark Woodall, their defensive coaching staff, and talk about this one. Let's take a short timeout, breaking the action. 1 point game on the NFHS network. Rigby now on top of Meridian, 35-29 in the fourth quarter. Here Eagle by 1 with precious few minutes left on the clock. 1:57 to go. First down play for the Rams. Riddle makes a move left. Riddle to midfield. Riddle falls forward to about the 48-yard line. 8-yard pickup for Jackson Riddle. Now the question, if you're Highland, do you settle for the field goal or do you try to attack and get to the touchdown? You've got a kicker who so far we have seen kick from 45, 50, 58, 52 in the 2 games he's played in the Treasure Valley. Second down play, Riddle again. Riddle with a hole across the midfield stripe, and he is down inside Eagle territory to about the 42-yard line. Big running for Jackson Riddle, the sophomore.
Riddle, you could very easily make the argument he's their MVP today. He has come up with big run after big run after big run and has really kept Highland's offense moving when they looked a little stale. 1
minute to go in this one. Whitmer up the middle. Whitmer to the 39-yard line. They want to get another 5 yards probably to get within field goal range for Hershey. Just inside the 40 is where they place the ball. Clock down to 43 seconds. Highland with all 3 timeouts left. Eagle has 2 timeouts left.
My goodness.
This game is going to probably come down to the right foot of Ian Hershey. And a flag, and it's going to be 5 yards against Eagle, and that's going to move them into field goal range right now at the 35.
Wow. That is not the way you want to put the opposing team in field goal range at this point in this contest. 30 seconds. My goodness. What a game.
This is the line of scrimmage they were in when they kicked the 52-yarder. So you know he's got the range. It was at that same end of the field with 25 seconds to go. Maybe you run one play to get a little closer. Now Highland is going to take a timeout. They're going to talk about it with 24 seconds to go. I say you run Whitmer up the middle. You try and put the ball wherever Riddle wants it.
Absolutely.
Does he want it in the middle? Does he want it on the right hash mark? Doesn't probably want it on the left hash mark. Every kick we've seen him make, no, except for the 21-yarder, which a chip shot, was from the right hash mark. So now it's just getting into position so your all-state kicker can try to win you a trip to the state championship game next week against either Rigby or Meridian. And as I said, Rigby leading 35-29 in the fourth quarter. Here it's 27-26. And this drive, remember, started at the 7-yard line after a penalty on the kickoff, after Eagle had scored with 3:18 to go to take the lead. So now you have to think you set this ball up. You want to get it to a spot that Mr. Hershey wants it, and you do not risk a handoff where you can lose the football. The line of scrimmage is the 35. It'd be a 52-yarder from right here. Whitmer gets the snap, hands the ball off. Big hole and a big hit. Gage Jones leveled Jackson Riddle, but Riddle with the yardage to the 29-yard line. Timeout with 16 seconds to go. Now this sets up a 46-yard field goal with 16 seconds left.
It's just so crazy that we're talking about like a very easy 46-yard field goal in high school competition here, but obviously Hershey has displayed quite a bit more boom and power. To be honest with you, I try to get 5 more yards. You still got your timeout left. Put it in a spot, make it very, very easy. Very, as we said, chip shot for Hershey here, and the nice thing about having a kicker like that is you control the clock. They can run it all the way down as much as they want, as long as they have that timeout, and that is exactly what they're doing.
Hershey is now 17 of 20 on the season. They wanted to move the ball a little towards the middle of the field, and that's what they did on that last play. So here comes the play. Whitmer, and he will dive ahead inside the 25-yard line. Clock running with 7-6. Line of scrimmage is the 24. The crowd counting down. They should know that Highland just took their final timeout. It will come down to the right leg of the best kicker in the state of Idaho, Ian Hershey. The line of scrimmage is officially the 29-yard line. So that would set up a 46-yard field goal. They're going to spot the ball. Let's see. Now he's setting it up at the 31, so it's a 41-yarder. There we go. It's that math in my head. 41-yard field goal on the final play of the game. It either sends Highland to the state championship game next week, or the Mustangs will advance.
Well, this is the kind of game you want in a semifinal matchup, really a semifinal weekend. Incredible games here in the 5A. Extremely talented teams this year, and a bunch of them, and this game's showing it.
And on his warm-up, Hershey just slipped and fell. The crowd reacted. I hope he didn't hurt himself. Line of scrimmage, the 31, or the 29, the 24. The kick will come from the 31. It'll be a 41-yarder, and Eagle takes their final timeout. Their second timeout to try to ice the kicker. But Hershey slipped on his plant foot on his last warm-up, hit the ground on his wallet. The crowd reacted. Hershey got up, turned to the Eagle Mustang crowd, and waved both arms up in the air like, come on, let me hear it, let me hear it. But you have to wonder, if he slips on his plant foot like that, could the turf be a little slick? Is his footing a little off? certainly not something you want to see, but he will kick it from the 31-yard line. And this again to send the Rams to the state title game, and the crowd will tell you what the result of this kick is. Whew.
What a game.
Whitmer to hold. The ball to be placed at the 31. The snap is clean. The kick is. Highland advances to the championship game. Ian Hershey, 41 yards. And the Highland Rams come to the Treasure Valley and knock off the Eagle Mustangs 29-27 on 3 Ian Hershey field goals in the second half. 21-52, and now the final 41. That's quite a ball game, folks. We'll be back to wrap things up after we take this timeout live on the NFHS Network. First with 7:06 to go in the first quarter, as Jack Whitmer, a 10-yard touchdown pass to Fisher Anderson, the Hershey extra point, capping an 80-yard, 10-play drive in 4 minutes and 49 seconds. Eagle got on the board with 3:21 to go in the quarter, as quarterback Jack Benson, a 74-yard touchdown pass to Ian Duarte. Duarte caught the short pass over the middle, turned on the Jets, and that was just the first of many huge plays by chunk plays by Mr. Duarte. 74 yards. The extra point by Ethan Cutler tied the score at 7. It was an 80-yard, 3-play drive in 2 minutes and 14 seconds. That was the way the first quarter ended. Highland took the lead in the second quarter after an interception gives the ball back to Highland. They go 52 yards in 2 plays in 24 seconds as Whitmer, a 40-yard pass to Ramon Barella, who was wide open about the 15-yard line. He took it in. The extra point was no good, not because of Ian Hershey's problems, but a bad snap. And so with 11:06 to go in the first half, it was 13-7 in favor of Highland. The Rams got an interception, and they turned that into points, taking the ball at the Eagle 33-yard line after the interception, and Whitmer completed a 14-yard touchdown pass to Barella, his second of the game. The extra point by Hershey made it 20-7 with a 33-yard, 6-play drive in 3:59. Eagle came right back with 57 seconds left in the half. 1-yard run by Roy Hull. The big play there, a 70-yard gain by Duarte, and he got the Mustangs down deep into Highland territory. Cutler's kick capped an 80-yard, 4-play drive at 1:58, and at the half it was 20-14 Highland. Eagles scored first in the second half. Benson, after a turnover, an interception by the Eagle Mustangs, Gage Jones thwarted a Highland drive. Eagle got the ball on their 15-yard line after a 5-yard penalty pushed them back to the 10. Well, that didn't matter to Mr. Duarte. He took the pass from Benson and busted it 90 yards. So it was an 85-yard drive in 3 plays in 1:01. The Cutler extra point gave Eagle their first lead of the night at 21-20. With 47 seconds to go in the third quarter, Hershey's 21-yard field goal capped off a 76-yard, 13-play drive in 6:36 to regain the lead for the Rams at 23-21. That was the score going into the fourth quarter, and Highland scored first just 32 seconds into the quarter as Hershey kicked a 52-yard field goal, capping off a 61-yard, 10-play drive in 4:32, and the Ram lead was 5 at 26-21. Eagle came back on a drive of their own. They caught the ball at 6:32 to go in the game, and 3 minutes and 14 seconds, a 42-yard scamper by quarterback Jack Benson. The 2-point conversion, though, was no good. It was an 80-yard, 8-play drive, and Eagle regained the lead 27-26. how large should that 2-point failure